Greetings, here we are with another delightful video. This time, this is an announcement video about the new tabletop gaming channel that me and John are starting, or John and me starting. It is called Tabletop Wisdom. It's going to be a channel that's largely focused on guides for both Dungeon Masters and players. The channel will have you can almost imagine like little pop-ups coming up when I point, but there's not going to be on this video. They might be in the on Tabletop Wisdom because John knows how to actually edit and do all kinds of stuff. But anyways, we'll have guides for Dungeon Masters from basically level 1 to level 20 in skill and knowledge level. And same thing applies for players from level 1 to level 20. And level 1 knowledge and skills is basically like, how do you put together a basic encounter? How do you run traps? How do you choose the right monster for the conflict you want to have? And how to adjust that monster for your players or group of monsters, as well as basic adventures and so forth. As we move from the intermediate on the Dungeon Master skill set to the low level to the intermediate, we will cover for how to modify monsters, how to modify traps, how to do all kinds of fun stuff, like how to homebrew basic items into basic and intermediate items into the game, how to balance things as it goes along. And then we get over to the advanced, which is level 15 to 20 range, where we will cover how to you literally just make a monster up on the fly for a situation, how to homebrew complex magic items that fit the power level of the party, but also you could also design them how to grow with the party over time and so forth. On the player side of things, we will do basic guides that basically cover what is the best spells for, say, a wizard at level 1. What kind of features you want to look for your fighter at level 1. Well, you pick a human fighter. What kind of feats do you want? What feats are not that great? And so forth. What classes are really good for new players to play? We have a running tradition in our groups. We have multiple groups that me and him are in and run, that we're always teaching new people coming into the hobby how to play various characters, but also we're always teaching new people who want to learn how to Dungeon Master in those groups. So this channel will also be a handy resource for us to, hey, like, this is our video on XYZ topic. You wanted to know about it. We gave you some advice. You can watch this video and come back to us if you have any questions. You can go home, watch the videos, and come back, and boom, you can ask us the questions, and then we make new videos and go from there. But anyways, for the players, it'll go from the really basic stuff to like moderate levels of optimization, how to make a character that is not of type that is optimal in a way that is playable. And we can also go all the way to the master level, which basically is like, congratulations, player, you have rolled a horrible set of dice rolls. What can you do to make your character still tough as nails, those in Dungeons and Dragons, even though most of your stats are under 10? Master level stuff for players. If you can tell the level of skill a person is at optimizing as a player by their capacity to deal with 3 different levels in character roles. You can have players that have like rolled like amazingly, and they can easily build an awesome character off of that. But if they roll moderately, they struggle like all night and day. And if you got moderate rolls, you can still salvage players that still can salvage that and make that into a really good character. But the people who are truly good at optimizing characters or making good playable characters could take a character that is literally garbage for the most part. Maybe you have one okay or decent stat that they rolled, and they can make that character the powerhouse of the party. Those are the truly great optimizers. It's easy to optimize and make a powerful character when you have the rolls, and you get free magic items at low levels. It's hard to be a good optimizer. It's extremely hard to be a good optimizer when you have terrible rolls, get no magic items, and you start out in a sticky situation as a player. So there you go. The general goal of the channel will be to maintain faster, snappier videos, way faster and snappier than what I typically do. I had to record this video multiple times because I kept creeping past 20 minutes to 40 minutes. I just wanted to at least make it get as short and quick as possible. I still have to make my welcome to tabletop gaming video for the channel. John has already made his, and he apparently uploaded, and I had to redo this one and redo that, my other one, just because I made them way too long. So if the channel sounds interesting to you, go over there. You can find the link to Tabletop Wisdom in the description of this channel, of this video. But also, you can also probably find Tabletop Wisdom pinned in the comments below, and you can follow it over there. There should be the first few videos popping up onto that channel shortly. And then after that, we will start revving up and producing more and more videos. At first covering a lot of basic topics, and then going into the moderate and the more complex topics for both players and Dungeon Masters. Our primary focus initially will be Dungeons & Dragons 2014 and 2024. However, we will, at some point in the future, move more into Call of Cthulhu and various other tabletop role-playing games as we go along. The reason for this is Dungeons & Dragons is the most prolific tabletop role-playing game system in any generation, and it's the most likely the starting point for most game masters and players. The few exceptions are people who got into the hobby because they specifically found out that they were super fans about Star Trek, the franchise, and they wanted to play a tabletop role-playing game that's Star Trek, so they picked up Star Trek Adventures 2nd Edition. Or same thing with Warhammer Wrath and Glory. They were super fans of Warhammer. They got into Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay or Warhammer Wrath and Glory, and that's where they started, and then they move into Dungeons & Dragons at some other point, and then they kind of move back and forth. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a delightful day, a nice night, a wonderful weekend, a magnificent month, and see you next time. Ciao.